Hey guys, it's been a while since I've recorded a video. I know. So I'm going to record a new get to know the artist video. The last one I did, if you look back at my channel from a few years ago, I did like spoken word rap song type of thing, and it was fun, but it was a lot of work to put together. So, yeah, I'm not doing all that. So I found some questions on Pinterest, like just kind of like get to know you type questions. And so I'm going to answer as many of these questions as I can. So that way you guys can know me a little better. So if you are new here, or maybe you forgot because I haven't posted in so long, and when I did post, it wasn't consistent. But if you forgot, I am Carla. I'm the artist behind Ari DeBrin Art, and I just recently took early retirement from my job as a training coordinator at a major 911 center here in the Atlanta area. And I did that so that I could pursue art full time and so that I would be more available for my family, because I felt like I wasn't being the best mom or wife that I could be, and also work full time at a very demanding job. So here I am. So let's get started with some of these questions. All right. So the first one, your favorite flower. I probably would have to say that my favorite flower is a calla lily. I actually had them in my wedding when I got married. My bouquet was a calla lily bouquet, and I just love them, especially the white ones. Do they come in any other color? I don't know, but the ones I had were white, and I think they're just beautiful. Question number 2, your zodiac sign. I am a Virgo. I'm not really into astrology and stuff like that. Occasionally I'll read up on Virgo stuff, but yeah, I'm a Virgo. 3, a musical instrument. I don't currently play any musical instruments right now. In elementary school, up until about, I want to say 10th grade. In high school, I played the violin. I actually still have my violin upstairs in my art room in the closet. It's kind of falling apart because it's kind of been abandoned for several decades at this point. But yeah, I've played the violin. Number 4, your favorite book character. Oh gosh. My favorite book character would have to be Winter from The Coldest Winter Ever by Sister Souljah. I read that book when I think I read it in my early 20s. Yeah, I was super late to the game, but she was just so like, I could see me wanting to aspire to be like her, as far as not the drug dealing part, but when I was a teenager, I wanted to be like wanted by all the boys and have this confidence just oozing from me. And that's kind of I haven't read the book in a really long time, but that's what I remember about her character. So yeah, she kind of reminds me of what I aspired to be as a teenager. So, favorite musician. Okay, I like a lot of different types of music, but if I had to pick one, I can't even pick one person. I think my favorite music group, I could say, would be Paramore. I love Paramore. Like, I jam out to them. I'll go like long spurts of time without listening to their music, and then something will trigger a memory. I'm like, oh, I really want to listen to Paramore, and I'll pop in, I'll pull up their album and listen to it over and over again for the next couple days. So, your dream place you want to visit or live. Um, I'm fine with where I live right now, so I don't have a dream place where I want to live. But to visit, I definitely think there's a lot of places I want to visit. I guess my top place I want to visit would be Australia. From what I've seen in pictures and on TV. It just looks so beautiful. Like, my husband is hesitant because we heard that the bugs are really big there. And we're neither one of us are big bug people, but he especially hates spiders. And we've heard like the spiders are like the size of your hand. But I would really love to go to Australia one day. Self portrait. I've never done like specifically a self portrait, but I have posed for some of my paintings before. They were not meant to be self portraits at all. But so yeah, I've never done a self portrait. I've actually been considering it though, because I know pretty much all artists do a self portrait at some point in their lives, some more than others. So maybe I'll do one day, but yeah. Your favorite animal? My favorite animal would have to be, I guess I have to say a cat. I've always had cats my whole life. I have a cat now, and you probably hear him scratching on the door. Um, but yeah, I guess a cat, because cats remind me so much of myself. With They like to have their way. That makes me sound really bad, but I'm very much a control freak. Your happy place. My happy place would have to be in my bed, really. I love like laying in bed, especially when I've had a long day and I'm tired and stressed. I love laying in my bed, putting on something really like mind numbing to watch. Just something fun or dramatic, reality TV type of thing. Something that I can watch that doesn't require me to really think too much. So I can just lay back and chill. Your favorite video game character? I don't have a favorite video game character, to be honest, because I don't really play video games much. Like I did as a kid, but as an adult, no, I didn't really play video games at all. Whenever I play Mario Kart with my kids, though, I love being Yoshi. I think he's adorable. And I love how he like spits people out into an egg. When I was younger, me, my sister, my cousin used to play Super Smash Brothers all the time, and I always played Yoshi because I used to love like sucking people in and then throwing them out as an egg. My favorite TV show. That this kind of changes periodically, really, depending on, especially nowadays. Back when I was a kid, you used to have TV shows that ran for years. Nowadays, you don't have that. Like a TV show will be on TV or streaming for what, 2, 3 years tops, and then it's over. um, but right now, I just started watching today, actually. I just started watching Mike on Hulu. And it's like the mini series about Mike Tyson's life. It's really interesting because there's a lot about him that I don't know. You know, I remember him as a kid being a boxer and watching him box on TV because my dad used to like watch boxing, and I'd watch it with him. But there's so many things about people. It explains a lot about why he was the way he was when he was um, still boxing, like late 80s, early 90s. So it's really interesting. You should check it out. Someone you love. I love lots of someones. My husband, obviously. I've been married for 15 years, just made 15 years this year back in June. My kids, I have 2 boys. They're 14 and 8. And I love them all to death. I mean, the reason why I made this major change in my life with leaving my job super early was so that I could be more emotionally and physically available to them. So, yeah. Your pet. I have a cat. His name is Oso. He is a gray and white tabby cat. He got a little bit of black in there. He's super, super sweet. Very well behaved kitty, other than the fact that he likes to scratch at furniture, so he's not allowed in the house now, per my husband. So he is an indoor outdoor cat for the most part. And he likes being outside now that he's used to it. But yeah, it gives him the availability to kind of like roam around and be a cat. But he's about 10 years now, so yeah, he's an old man. Your favorite drink? My favorite drink? The first thing that comes to my mind is coffee. I have to have a cup of coffee almost every day, and I never thought I'd be that person because I used to not like coffee at all. Like I thought it was disgusting, but now I have to have coffee once a day. If not coffee, then some sort of caffeinated tea. But yeah, I prefer coffee. Your fear? I have lots of fears. Anxiety is like my best friend. Like not really, but right now, to be completely transparent with the whole entire internet, right now my fear is this whole art thing not working out and I look like a failure to everyone. My husband has done so much to kind of financially prepare our family for me not working full time anymore in order for me to make this step, to take this step. So my fear is just kind of like disappointing myself, disappointing him. So I just really want this. I really just want this to work. Favorite candy. So I discovered my favorite candy just a year ago, actually. My favorite candy is Airhead Extremes. Oh my God. So my kids play football and you have to volunteer hours working the games, like whether you're working the ticket gate or the concession stand. So I worked the concession stand one time last season, and all the kids were buying Airhead Extremes, and I've never heard of like of course I've heard of Airheads. I ate Airheads growing up, but I didn't never heard of these Airhead Extremes. They kind of like they're like strips. It's kind of like a what is it like a they're like strips of candy. They're kind of sour, has sugar all over the outside. Anyway, so all the kids were buying them, and I'm like, I want to try these. They look good. They're super popular for some reason. They must be good. Everyone's eating them. Oh my God. I bought a pack, and I'm like, these are freaking delicious. So I'm like, I really like sour candy anyway. So that was right up my alley. But yes, ever since then, hooked, addicted. I can't let myself buy them, but every time I see a pack, I buy them. And I don't like the little, they have bites, Airhead Extreme bites. No, they don't taste the same. You got to get the whole Airhead with the whole strip. Those are the best ones. My favorite memory. No, that's a good question. I have so many memories because, like, my long term memory is bomb. So I remember practically everything about my childhood. Short term memory, not so much, but long term memory is like 10 out of 10. The first thing that comes to mind is my husband. This was several years ago. We only had one child back then. Um, he was working a lot of hours at work. Um, and one day he finally came home early enough to have dinner with me and our son. And I remember him saying, I missed you guys. And it was just like, oh, it's just so heartwarming and touching that he missed us because he was getting home so late and going into work so early and really get a chance to spend any time with the family. So it's just really nice to hear that. Favorite gemstone? I don't know. I'm not a super jewelry freak, but when I do see jewelry, I always veer towards diamonds. Like the other like colorful gems like rubies and sapphires and all that. They're great, but they don't really do much for me. I'm a very simple person when it comes to stuff like that. So I feel like diamonds are like the epitome of elegance and simplicity. And yeah. Favorite holiday? I don't really have a favorite holiday. I didn't celebrate holidays growing up as a kid, and we really don't celebrate them now. So, I mean, pretty much any holiday, if I have to pick one, it has to be, I guess, Thanksgiving, because that's the only one that we kind of really celebrate on a regular basis. With my husband's family, and I just love any time that the whole family can get together and spend time together and have good food and great conversation and laugh and just make core memories for my kids, basically. What's something you couldn't live without? Something I couldn't live without. Obviously, my family. But I want to go even beyond like the obvious. Let me pick something else. Something I couldn't live without would have to be the ability to be creative. I think that plays a major role in my happiness is being able to be creative and in whatever aspect that I'm able to be creative and it doesn't even have to necessarily be typical art like drawing, painting type of thing, but anything that I can do to like come up with ideas or um, change the way something basic is viewed. I don't know. I think that is a major part of who I am as a person. And um, when I'm unable to do that, I notice that my happiness is it, my internal happiness. Like, yeah. So that's all the questions that I have. Maybe we can do this again later on in the future. And I can answer some more questions, or if you guys have any questions for me that you would like to know about me, please put them down in the comments. And the next time I do, like I get to know the artist Q&A type of thing, I will include those questions in the lot of questions that I'll be answering. And that way you can get to know me more. In the comments below, let me know something about you guys. Out of all the different questions I've asked myself and answered for you, you pick your favorite one and put your answer in the comments below. All right, see you guys next time, and I will be back with actual art next time. All right, see you later. Bye.